Hey Mike, you said you're working on a new project? What's that all about?
Well, I was referring to our local field work. This time of the year, of course, being in the middle of winter, we don't spend as much time out in the woods because it gets pretty wet out there and it can be awfully cold. And they're even predicting that at the end of this week we might have snow clear down to sea level in this part of California. And that would be pretty exciting. We don't see snow here very often. The ridges here go up to maybe 2,100 feet, and we do sometimes get some snow at the top of the hills. That's a good time to look for tracks when there's fresh snow on the ground. So that's one thing we're being aware of and thinking about. The problem is our funding is so low, it's hard to even come up with the money to get gas to drive around the block, the cost of gas these days. And so we're dealing with that kind of those issues as well during this time of the year because we don't have the flow of tourists through the museum. So it gets pretty lonesome here sometimes, and paying the bills gets to be a problem. I'm only saying that because, boy, we could sure use some sponsorship help from anybody out there that likes what we do here and wants to continue to have us doing this. You know, if you PayPal just $20 or $10 or anything would help the cause. We're trying to do the field work here to locate the local Bigfoot areas. And with the current plan that I started to talk about is that we've come to realize that there are certain packs of coyotes around here that are appearing on a regular basis, and they seem to be moving around through the area. When I say the area, what I'm talking about is the valley here, which is about 14 miles long, this watershed, and it's got lots of little creeks and drainages here. There's a lot of action in this valley, and so we have a lot of wildlife. We've got deer herds here, and we've got coyotes all over the place. And just last night we had our first positive attempt at getting one of these things on video. We set up a camera, believe it or not, right outside the museum. We have a prime spot directly across the highway from our museum because there's an empty parcel there. It's all overgrown with brush. It's got brambles and berry bushes growing down the backside, clear down to the river. And so we set up a camera out there, and it's got both audio and video. It's a really low-end camera, but we have it geared into the back room, and so I can actually monitor it. And I'll sleep lightly through the night, and last night I heard a yip, and I got up and turned on the recorder, and sure enough, we were watching it this morning, and we got a coyote walking right across Highway 9 in front of the museum at 4 in the morning. And it's one of the ones we've been trying to catch on video. And now we're going to keep working on this. We want to get them all on the video, try to get them in the act of making some of their calls, all in the way of trying to understand the sounds we keep recording that sound like Bigfoot and coyotes all yelling and screaming together. And so we're trying to sort these sounds out just through the process of elimination. So, yeah, good progress last night. Got it on video. Got the scream, and then we got the actual individual coyote.